Hey guys, what's going on? It's Wednesday, live here on Vlogging Live. I got the pan heating up. I'm gonna make some eggs, brekkie going. You know, something I haven't been doing all week. Just getting brekkie going. Oh, and welcome to my vlog. It's been a while since I decided to make breakfast. Figured I should start. So I got my egg in the pan. Gonna get that all cooked. Coffee on. Make a bulletproof coffee to go with the egg. Yay! It's gonna be a good day. Yeah! I don't know what it is though, but on this 3 to 11 shift, I have the hardest time sleeping. The best shifts that I sleep on are the 7 to 3 or the day shifts. And it never used to be that way. That's one thing I hate about the shift work is I can never get my schedule set right until the schedule's almost over. Like, I'll finally start getting good sleep. Like tonight I'll get good sleep. Tomorrow I'll wake up feeling great. And the same with Friday. But it's like, it's already over. We're going into the weekend and then next week everything changes again. That's what I hate about shift work. That's the biggest issue with shift work. But hey, as an employee, you're expendable, right? They don't care if they burn you out. They don't care because, hell, there's many of you out there. You can be replaced at the drop of a hat. That's why I laugh when people say, oh man, if I ever quit, you guys are in trouble. Why? Anybody can do your job. The only people who have the authority of saying, if I ever quit, you guys are in trouble, are the ones who actually spend time working at the company, figure something out, and don't share it with anybody else, just so they become indispensable and required. We have none of those where I work. Like this one girl, she literally said, if I ever leave, you guys are doomed because of everything I do. And the funny thing is, everything she does, I do, and she gets paid more. So no, you are not indispensable because I can do what you do. Nice try though. E for effort, but no. Alrighty, breakfast is made. Eggs and a bulletproof coffee. Let's go eat. Lately at night to fall asleep, I've been using these, just these allergy pills here. They're Rexall allergy formula caplets. Diphenhydramine hydrochloride, USP 20 milligrams. But these are the kind of allergy pills that they say do not operate heavy machinery. But what the label should say is, don't plan on doing anything after 10 minutes after taking these, because holy crap do you get drowsy. Like hardcore drowsy. So, oh, it's snowing out again. Oh, whatever. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. I've been popping one of those at around 2 a.m. and usually just passing out right after. My sleep is always interrupted. I need to figure out why. I just looked at the Fitbit sleep app there and my sleep is all over the place. So something is messing with my sleep. I don't know what the heck it is. Maybe I shouldn't be working out before I go to bed. Maybe I should be, but I didn't use a pre-workout shake last night. I figured that's what was causing the problem, was the C4. Because like this stuff here, it's like equivalent to having 2 friggin' Tim Hortons coffees. So I figured, you know what, we'll just straight up just drink water and do the best we can without any sort of boost. And that's what I did last night. After I was done vlogging, I decided to put in a little bit of weight training. Did some bow flexing. And it was good, but I wasn't as effective as I normally am when I use C4. But that's okay, because that's probably classified as cheating among some of you. So I don't know if I posted it last year, but I know I posted it on Instagram, but I don't think I made a video about it. Every year they put up a Christmas tree in the office, and it gets decorated with the nerdiest of things. Like last year they had like old Blackberries and VGA to USB, or USB to VGA video cards and all sorts of nonsense in this tree. Cassette tapes for VIC-20 games and just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. Well, the tree's going up again soon. Chances are the tree's been being put up today or tomorrow. Usually they get it done for the beginning of December so that the place is a little bit more cheery. I wonder if they're going to do it next week. But apparently they do this every year and it gets nerdier and nerdier. They hung CDs, sort of like AOL discs and stuff. Like, where do you get AOL discs? Where did they even find this nonsense? Blows my freaking mind, people. But they did. Totally had them. Used them as ornaments. So that was the thing. I'm just making a standard coffee right now, guys. Nothing fancy. Creamer, a little MCT oil, some sweetener, and down the... Excuse me, puppy. He's got a huge piece of lint hanging from his face. What a weird dog. I tell you, my dog's so weird. It's just a big weirdo. I think it's been a long time since I've bothered putting up a Christmas tree. Hell, last time I put up a Christmas tree, Felix lived here. They knocked it down. Felix and Poofy both took it down. Felix would sleep in the tree, but he was a 20-pound cat. So when he tried to get up too high, the tree would come falling down. Good times. Well guys, it's getting close to that time where I'm supposed to head off to work. So I better fire up Truckosaurus. Let it get a little bit of heat to it. Shouldn't have any snow on it. It's snowing a little bit, but it's also like warm out. Well, not really warm, it's like -1. But here's the kicker. Saturday it's going up to +5. So that's pretty dicked. +5 on Saturday, like what? I made a post on Facebook last night. So it was from that Game of Thrones, but it's like, winter is coming. No wait, it's getting warm again. No, it's snowing. No wait, it's getting warm again. No, it's snowing. No wait, it's getting warm again. That's typical around here. It's crazy. I think I might grab a coffee on my way to work. Just so I have a coffee on my way to work. Because there's no coffee at work. And I need freaking coffee. So let's get after it. Get out of the house, jump in truck, go get the coffee, put in our time, come home, do home stuff, get day 3 of 5 complete. Because tomorrow and Friday are horrible times to be doing the 3 to 11 shift. Mainly because they purposely understaff the office on these days because apparently it's slow, but it's not, it's super busy. Everybody's a last minute hero there. Not in IT, I mean all the people we support, the last minute heroes, you know. Monday they're too groggy to do work. Tuesday they're finally getting over the groggies. Wednesday they realize they got a project due. Thursday they get started on the project. Friday they gotta have the project finished. And then Friday they're calling us and yelling at us because something's broken and they procrastinated to the last minute to do it. And that's our fault that they procrastinated. They love that. They love when you get the blame put on you because they can't do their job that they should have had done, that they've known about for weeks and just never got around to doing it. Oh man, it's windy out. Before I jump in here, let me get that toonie out of my pocket. Oh, tomorrow I'm gonna have to leave a little earlier. Go pay for parking. I forgot about that. Son of a bitch. All right, let's get out of here. Keep forgetting that I gotta pay for parking. I wish there was a way just to pay it online, but normally, they give me a call a week prior to being due, advising me that it's due. But normally they give me a call like a week before it's due, so now I'm kind of wondering if I'm gonna go in there to pay for it, and they're gonna tell me, oh yeah, we can't rent it to you now. We're canceling it, and like give me no heads up, no warning whatsoever. I wouldn't be surprised if that's exactly what's about to happen. That'd be just my luck. That'd be just my freaking luck. Get denied. Just cause. Well, let's see if this camera's gonna hold up today. Let's see if she can do her job. If I replace the SD card, I'm gonna do that this weekend. I'm gonna go to Best Buy or Staples and get a brand new SD card for it. Don't need 128, 64 gig is more than enough. I'm gonna buy the top of the line, best I can buy, stove that in there, see if it does the same thing. If it does, then I'm contacting Canon and being like, what the frig is wrong with your camera? Fix it. I didn't spend $1,000 for potato. Man, I find it weird how a lot of these modern cars nowadays are trying to look like Iron Man's helmet. Like the car, you didn't see it because it was on my left, but the car that I just asked if it was turning, literally the front end of it looked like Iron Man's helmet. Like 2 little slits for headlights, and yeah, it was like totally Iron Man's helmet. Come on guys, just get coffee and frig off. But no, I was chatting with my friend on Facebook there about, she did all of her Christmas shopping on Amazon, and she did it like 2-3 weeks ago. She didn't realize Canada Post was on strike. Still hasn't received her parcels, and she's freaking out because she doesn't know if she's gonna get them before Christmas. And I told her, I said, I wouldn't hold your breath. And she goes, why? And I'm like, well, with this strike and order, like, it's hard to say when they're gonna come in. So she's all freaking out. And how did we ever do this before online shopping? And I'm like, are you serious right now? Like, you're my age. Online shopping is something you just started doing like 3 years ago. Well, for her anyway, because she started on Amazon about 2-3 years ago. And I'm like, you know, you go out to the mall, you find what you want, you get it. And she's like, yeah, but they never have it in stock. And I'm like, yeah, but we may do. And that's the difference between our generation and the current generation, is we knew how to survive without technology because we were the age of, you know, when we grew up, technology was growing with us. Our generation was the generation that grew up with technology. You know, when I was a kid, that's when the first home computers were coming out, like the Commodores, the VIC-20s, and the Tandys, and over in the Europe they were getting stuff like the Atari ST and the Acorn and all them, all the other different kinds of little plug into your television type computers. You know, the IBM compatibles, they weren't a thing yet. That never happened till later on. But the age of computing grew with me, like with my generation. So we knew what it was like to go to the store and order. We used to have a store in town. It was pretty cool. It was called Consumer Distributing. And the way it would work is you would go into the catalog, find the item you wanted. You'd be in the store. You would fill out a slip in the store with the item. They would have a guy go back into the warehouse to see if the item was available. If it wasn't, they would have to order it. They would come out and give you a shipping slip so that they would be able to have your item delivered to your house, or order it in and you can pick it up in the store. And I remember I bought my first computer desk, and when I moved into the house in 2006, actually I still had parts of that desk in the garage because some of the wood was good, and I don't know why I kept it, but it's that particle press board that you get wet and she blisters. I bought that desk off of Consumers, and it was like a corner desk with a hutch, and I had that thing for a long time. It was pretty sweet. Why is my phone vibrating? Yeah, we got one of those emergency alert systems today, just a test. And I'm just sitting there going, oh God, here we go. Facebook is going to be off the hook. People are going to be freaking out over that. Why do I have to be part of this? I want to sub out. I don't want to get stupid notifications about missing kids or bad storms. Just accept it. If you don't want to get it, cancel your phone plan and go back to an analog, for crying out loud. But no, it's like, oh man, this dickhead in front of me ordered freaking food. Son of a bitch. But yeah, we got one of those emergency alert systems today, just letting us know this is a test. I guess they just want to make sure it's going to work. I don't know how they know it works or not. I guess they go on Facebook and look at how many people bitch about getting it. Then they do a poll. I don't know. I really don't know. But some people think it's an abuse of power. I don't know. I think it's kind of a good thing. You know, if you're out and about and you don't have time to read the news, and you have no idea what's going on in the world, and there's a tornado on the way to your city, wouldn't it be cool if your phone just all of a sudden went off and said, hey guys, you have about 15 minutes to find, you know, to duck and cover, because shit's about to get gross. I think that's a pretty good safety feature. I don't know. Not everybody checks the weather in the morning. I sure as hell know I don't. No, I check the weather. I look out my window and go, wow, it looks shitty out. That's how I check the weather. But a lot of people just don't bother. Like, I should be using the Google Home more often and doing the good morning routine, because then at least it'll say, you know, it's going to be cloudy with high chance of snow, current temperature is -5 billion, you know, so on and so forth. But I just never do that, except when I do it, which isn't very often. Going back on my previous topic, you know, I grew up with the computer revolution, with it growing. My first computer was that TRS-80 that I have in my my hot water closet, if you will. I don't even know what to call that closet, but it's the closet in the entranceway where the hot water tank sits. That was my first computer ever, and then I never got another computer until I bought my own PC, which at the time was a 486 DX266 Intel based with 4 megabytes of RAM and a Trident Cyberblade 1 megabyte video card. And that was pretty top notch back in the day. That thing played Doom flawless. And then I slowly started putting go fast parts into that. I went to from the DX2 to the Pentium 133 on a Foxconn board. You guys ever heard of Foxconn? They don't exist anymore, I don't think. They might, maybe under a different name. Probably BioStar bought them. But a Foxconn board with a Pentium 133, and then I upgraded the Pentium 133 to a 233 MMX. You might remember that terminology. And I rode that train with a Voodoo 3 2000 card. Rode that for a long time. And then I upgraded to an Athlon 750 because it was cheaper than a Pentium and quoted the same performance. And a GeForce 2 MX2 something, I can't remember now. 220, 240, somewhere in there. It was an okay video card. Like, it did the job, played video games great. The MX was like the budget line, where the GT was like the pro line. My buddy had a GeForce 2 GT. I had the MX, but like as far as frames per second went, because we played a lot of Tribes, it ran fine. Tribes ran great. Tribes and Counter-Strike, those were the two games that we played a lot of back in the day. A lot of CS. CS 1.6? Frig, that was fun. Back when I was super addicted to gaming. I don't know, lately though, gaming just doesn't do it for me. I thought about reinstalling CSGO and giving her a rip, because that used to be a fun game to play. But it's like, okay, why are we all stopping at a green light? What's actually happening here? Like, figure it out, people. Green means go. What shade you waiting for? But no, lately I just haven't had a taste. Like, every night Church will ask me, hey man, you want to run a few? And I'm just like, no, not really. I'm getting bored of the battle royale style games, I think it is. I'm kind of battle royaled out, if you will, if that's a thing. I kind of, like, if I play a game, I want to play something with like a story to it or something. I was thinking about getting Red Dead, but I really don't feel like playing on PlayStation. I want to play that shit on PC. Like, I have a 144 hertz friggin' monitor. I want to put that thing to use. Pain in the ass, because RDR is not out for PC yet, and it probably won't be till like October next year. All right, guys, figure it out. Let's go. One day it'll come up for PC, then I'll pick it up, then I'll play it, because I know Online just came out, and that's why I wanted to play it. But anyway, people, I'm almost at work, so I'm going to shut her down here and then carry on later on tonight if the camera will permit. All right, peace. Well, this is just prime. All right, guys, we're done work. 3 of 5 complete. Hopefully the camera holds out. Yeah, get to work today, and once again, this is 3 days in a row. Her buddy, who is supposed to replace me on after hours, is not at his desk. So as a joke, I couldn't sit at my desk because the guy that was there, basically the guy I was relieving was still on a call, and he was basically stuck because it was a big call. And I told my boss, I'm like, so should I just start using this desk here, because that's where you guys are putting me when I go back to days? And he's like, yeah, go ahead and sign in there, you might as well use it, nobody else is. And I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like, well, nobody else is using it. And I was like, okay. It looks like the guy that was going to replace me got basically terminated because he's been calling in sick too much. See, that's the other thing with being a contract worker, like a temp agency worker. If you don't fulfill the requirements of showing up and doing your job, they'll just replace you. Even if you're good at your job when you're there, if you can't show up and work, then they're not going to waste a spot on you. They're going to basically go out and headhunt somebody else to fill that position. And it would be like that in the regular labor world if we didn't have labor laws protecting regular laborers and unions protecting their members. And people, that's why I always say, if you ever think to yourself, oh man, when I leave this job, they're screwed, or man, I don't know what they're gonna do without me, don't worry, they'll be just fine without you. Nobody is non-replaceable. I'm good at my job. I go in there and I give her 110% and I dominate every step of the way. But it doesn't mean if I lose my job tomorrow, they decide to replace me tomorrow, that the place is gonna fold. It just means that's one less good worker they have, but they'll be fine. Life goes on. Having that attitude that you're not replaceable gives you this, I don't know, it just gives you this horrible sense of self-assurance that you're gonna have a job for life. But in the end, it's like they could just axe you tomorrow because you're not performing up to their standards, even if you are performing up to their standards.
don't think that you're expendable, or that you're not expendable, unless you offer a service that only you can do. And that's where a lot of middle management, they get in. Like my old boss at Onterra, that guy, the only reason why he kept his position, the guy didn't know anything about computers, internet, networking, nothing. Hell, he used to clean freaking trains before he became our manager. Like when he graduated from, he knew about computers, but he was super outdated. Like when he graduated from college for computer programming, the language he learned was Fortran, and the operating system was like DOS. And networking was done in Novell. Nobody uses Novell networks anymore. DOS is dead. Like command prompt, okay, you know what? We still use command prompt in Windows and stuff, but 99% of the people out there will point and click versus opening up a DOS window and throwing commands around. You know, people are, it's just the way computers are nowadays. It's more or less, you know, Windows baby versus command module. But I digress. What I'm getting at is because he knew stuff and they feared him, they basically gave him a job where he didn't have to do anything, and gave him some weak title that actually abbreviated to Mom, which was hilarious. So we used to call him Mom. And the guy had a job until the place folded because they didn't know what to do with him. So if you can get into a position like that with a company where you actually can hold something over their head that only you can do, or only you know how to support, or you know how to take care of, then yeah, you're in it to win it, because they know if you leave, they're screwed. The other way I can ruin somebody is by finding a way to support what only they can support, and then making it universal and really cocking over the program and watching how quick they get fired. I've been tempted, but I won't. I won't do that to my peoples. I refuse to do that to my people. Oh boy, what a day. So now I wait and see if I'm gonna lose, like if they're gonna postpone my January 7th going to days, or if they're gonna force somebody else on after hours. God, I hope I get to still go to days. But anyway, almost home. Talk to you later. There we go. Looks like we're gonna get some more snow tonight if you look at the clouds up above. Definitely an overcast situation. Huh. Looks like Canada Post delivered their one day of mail. What do we got? Okay, definitely wasn't Canada Post. Just got a bunch of junk mail. Lovely junk mail. Alright. Get the keys, pop the lock, go inside. Let's scope it out. Go inside. Go. Go. Bark, 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 bark. Bark, bark. That's all he does. Barks his furry little tits off. Oh, we got some Canadian Tire flyer. Garbage. What the hell's this? Airport Trout Lake. The family booth. What's this? Approval within minutes. $15,000 cash. Of course, you got to sign your life away for 10 years and pay them $35,000. I love this though. Apply now. Get approval. It's literally a payday loan place. Cash for you, 100 look. It doesn't mention the interest rate. Does it say the interest? I know the interest rate is something ridiculous, like 35% or something like it's up there. Like I got a call from this place in town. That's pretty much the same deal. Basically, one of my friends or somebody used my name when they went in there because they told me that they got my name through a referral. Is there anything we can do to help you out with any finances? Are you a financial institution? Well, we're a third-party money lender. And I was like, oh yeah. And what are we lending our money out today at? And they're like, what are you talking about? So, well, how much interest is that? Oh, well, if you were to borrow X amount of dollars, you'd have to pay this much. And I said, and if I was a calculator and put those numbers in, what's the percentage of interest per month? Like, what am I paying in this on? It ended up coming up to like 35.99 annual interest. And I'm like, holy crap. Like, oh no, it's, you know, we're going to give you $10,000 and you just got to pay us $200 for the next, like, 10 years per month. Huh? Like, I couldn't believe oh, it's poop. Oh, it's poop. I could totally believe that was a poop. But I couldn't believe the fact that they thought I would jump on that. When they told me the interest rate, I was like, are you serious? I'm like, people actually sign up for this? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, you guys should be out of business. There should be a law about you guys. Like, they should be right up there with the door-to-door scam salesmen and telemarketers. There's no law against telemarketers, but there friggin' should be. Anyway, I'm gonna go sit on the toilet and drop ass. Steak! Yay, chicken! So, this weekend I got nothing planned. So this weekend I was thinking about doing the whole rearranging of the living room, because I really hate how this living room looks. Basically, this living room is a disaster zone. I'm gonna clean off this chair, get all this old tech, probably bring it out to the garage. It's gonna be getting recycled. Got this old Bell receiver that, you know, there's a satellite dish on my house, but it's a 2700. They haven't used those since like back in the day. Got this thing here, this old speaker set up. But what I was thinking was moving this whole stand, including this carpet and that cat, over to here. I want to take the first I'm going to get the couch out of the way. Get this carpet out of the way. Get this TV. I'm thinking about just moving it out of the garage. It works now. I just don't know what to do with it. Moving all these weights and that hamper and that table. I want to put this couch up against this wall right here. I think that would be pretty good. I want to move that TV stand, and I don't know if it's going to fit, but I want to put it right here. I think we actually had it there at one point. I think actually we did. Because I want to move the Bowflex over to this end of the room. And like put it up against that wall facing this way. And then put the bike somewhere over here. And that way there I can have the couch set up here, the TV over here. And I think it would be a little bit more open. I would throw the Bowflex into where the TV sits coming out. You know, that would probably clear fine. That might actually work. Put the Bowflex so that its back is facing over here. And that might actually work fine. Because if you're sitting on the couch over here, TV's over there, then I can clean off my coffee table and set it up in the middle. So I actually have like an area. Right now I don't really have an area. And I wouldn't have the carpet covering the front of the thing. Then that would stick out. Looks like about, I don't know. I'm pondering ideas right now. Because right now this living room looks really small because it's cluttered. But I need to pack up those light bulbs. Still haven't done that since I put these ones in. But yeah, this is actually something I made for growing the dopes. Yeah, for growing the dopes. There's no dopes in there, but it's something I built for growing the dopes. Haven't done any dope grows, so I don't even know if this would work. Literally, I lined it with a bunch of that Mylar. No, you're not going in there, scampers. And put some CCFLs up top. You're not going in there. I know you're curious now because you saw it open. Now you're going to try and open it and hide in there, aren't you? Aren't you? Silly kitty. Jesus. But no, I got some other stuff I got to clean up here, and I'm going to bring it out to the garage and get this chair all cleaned up. So I was thinking is if I put the couch up against the wall, or even if I brought it out some and put my chair in the corner, because I want to start sitting in this chair, and I want to start watching movies and stuff down here. And I just find sitting on this couch kind of semi-sucks. And I'd like to open up this room a lot more. So, like over here, I got the outlet over there that I can easily tap into for the TV and all that. And that stand sits high enough where even if it does cover the air exchange, it's not a big deal. Air can get underneath it. It's not like a flat bottom. And then I could put my Bowflex over here, my bike over here, whatever. I can figure something out. I just want to arrange this room a little bit better so that, I don't know, having it divided like this is kind of weird. Maybe it's fine, I don't know. I just find it's like cutting through here to get to the living room portion kind of semi sucks. And having this Bowflex, because I can't fold it up, the ceiling's too small or too low. It doesn't fold up, and it'd be nice if it folded up like the other one did, because then I would have room to actually do stuff in here. But I don't. I get the camera on him, he's got a party. That's my dog. That's what he does. See, look at him. The camera's on him, he's acting up. Look at that face. Jesus. But I don't know. I'm trying to think of some way to do this that would actually work. The other option is just, you know, clean it up and try to arrange things. That's another option. I don't know. Because I don't watch TV while I'm working out. I'm usually just listening to music. Like I said before, I'm usually focused on the workout. And I do want to clean up this kitchen. Actually, what I might do when I'm getting the SD card is I'm probably going to look for Oreo to get a new bowl set that has like a stand that I can not secure to the ground, but that will secure to the ground. I think that crate's going to go. I'm going to break it down, clean it all up, and put it on Kijiji for a couple bucks, get rid of it. These chairs, I'm going to either A, move them out to the garage, or B, I might set up the kitchen table again, which is currently sitting in the entranceway right here. The legs are on it somewhere back here. Yeah, the legs are behind it. I might set it back up to have a dining room table. I'd like to get everything out of here and wash this floor, which is hard to do with that thing. But, oh, they're the legs for the table. They're back there. So get this here all cleaned up and straightened up and get rid of this stool and this computer top and just clean it up a little bit. So that's what I want to do this weekend, is do some tidying. I do have plans for Saturday night. You guys remember back in the day I was talking about my friend who was having some issues with her boyfriend and blah 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 and all that nonsense. Well, push came to shove, they finally broke up, so on and so forth. And I've been wanting to go see that new Harry Potter. Well, it's not Harry Potter, it's Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them or something like that. The Crimes of Grimwald or some nonsense like that. I've been wanting to see it, but every single one of my friends hates Harry Potter. They think it's stupid and childish, and I actually enjoy that kind of stuff. The effects are great, the story's great. You know, if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm cleaning the animal's water dish because I'm going to blame the cat, because she looks like the kind of diabolical evil creature to put kibble in the water dish on purpose. Anyway, she's into that Harry Potter stuff. And Saturday's a cheat day. I want sushi again, even though I usually just get like beef and chicken and pork and the odd California roll. But yeah, so we're probably gonna do sushi and a movie as friends. Don't get your friggin' ideas going there. I'm not about to start a relationship with a girl who just got out of a relationship. That's kind of rude. Shouldn't just jump into a relationship after being in a relationship. It's I call that the vine technique, like the monkey swinging from the vine in the jungle. You just don't do that, because if you don't give yourself time to heal, then you spend all your whole time in that new relationship comparing it to the old relationship, and you're not going to get much success out of it. Well, at least that's been the experience I've seen with others. That's why I waited so damn long, because you got to be over the damages your ex did to you before you jump into a relationship, or otherwise you're going to be expecting those damages. And that brings me to another topic. I read some of the comments on one of the videos. which is why I mentioned cleaning up the house and getting things back in order. And I also got to do that bathroom, which is why it's going to be a weekend affair, because I need to clean up this kitchen, clean up the living room. I want to clean up this entranceway because there's shite everywhere and it's got to be dealt with. That was a comment that was made. Clean up your messy house. You know, the fact that this girl saw your videos and saw the way you live and blah blah blah. And yeah, I understand that. It's not exactly appealing, but the other topic was the whole don't let your anxiety get to you. And it's not really anxiety or overthinking. It's more or less, do you think it would be fair for someone to take interest in you, hook up with you, and then all of a sudden be like, well, shit's not working out with my job, so we need to break up because I'm leaving the province per se. I'm just throwing that out there to go pursue a career far away. So, you know, sorry for wasting your time. Have a nice time, GG. Personally, like back in the day when me and my ex got together, I thought she graduated from university. She was only in her first year, and she was actually going to University of Guelph. And I didn't know that she was going back. Otherwise, cause she actually said to me, she's like, this is just going to be a summer thing. And she said that like near the end. And I said, well, why? Well, she's like, because I'm going back to school. And I'm like, oh, so you're looking to hook up when you're there and you want to be single. She goes, no, I don't think it's fair for you to be in a relationship with a girl that you can't be with. I said, well, it's only like what? You're going to be there till Christmas, then you're going to come back, then you're going to be there till April and come back. Then you'll be here all next summer. So it'll be a little bit long distance, a little bit of a struggle. What's the big friggin' deal? But she wanted basically to just have like a summer fling and then shut her down and then pick it back up again when she came back if she didn't find someone else. And if I would have known that, like if that would have happened, like that would have been it. I probably would have just, you know, left her and been done. But that wouldn't have been fair because you just don't do that. You don't. So I couldn't do that to someone else, and that's why it's like I'm in one of those where I don't know if I want to hook up with anybody because of this. I don't know where my life's going to be now. Like I said before, 90% of the people who run the IT department are currently temporary workers like me. And the last thing they need is for all of us to say, well, this sucks, we're leaving. Because literally, like I said, we're not expendable. But if the whole group walks, they got no one to do the job. So there's nobody to replace you. So now they got to hire people and train them and get them going. And the training procedure it's 3 weeks. Like there's that much material that you need to be familiar with. Skippers is eating a spider. There's that much material you need to be familiar with in order to jump into this job and give her. Like you can be good at fixing computers, but they have procedures and standards and, you know, custom house-made software and all this stuff that you need to know and understand how it works. And you have to realize it doesn't work the way conventional software works because the way the programmers wrote it was really stupid. And I've brought that up a bunch of times. I'm like, man, I need to rewrite. I need to, you know, you guys got to hook me up with some development software and a better computer than the pile I have now, so I can rewrite a bunch of these applications to, you know, to 2018 standards versus their 1995 standards they're currently written to, because this is ridiculous. And yeah. So because of that, that comes down to the whole making yourself not expendable. A lot of these applications can only be supported by certain people. Tell me you're not puking in the freaking corner, cat. What are you even eating over there? I can hear her crunching something. I swear she probably found an old friggin' elbow noodle from a Kraft dinner box. But no, that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of these applications are only supported by certain people because they wrote them and they are archaic. And you need to know how to support that stuff. So it's like, if they decided to cut our pay down to minimum wage plus $2 and everybody went, huh, are you kidding me? And they all walked, well, that'd be the end of them. They'd be up shit creek without a paddle. So I'm anxious to see what's going to happen there, because I know there's a lot of people who are not happy with these conditions that Uncle Dougie put in effect. You know, minimum wage is one thing, not bumping them up to $15 an hour, but saying, yeah, temp agencies should be able to pay less than a full-time employee doing the same job. It's kind of ignorant, and that's how a lot of people feel. But I'm just rambling. I was explaining what I was going to be doing on the weekend there. Either A, clean up that room in there and try and make it look good, figure things out, organize things. The other option is, and I wonder if it's possible, if I put the Bowflex against this wall, the Trans Am poster would have to come down. That's a given. I was thinking if I put the Bowflex up against this wall, that way there it's not sticking out in the middle of the room, because that's the biggest thing. But that TV is going to go in the garage somewhere. Just get it out of the house. And I'm going to try and reorganize those weights. Maybe put them in the corner or something. It's a shame I'm not using this table. This is a nice friggin' table. Sure, it's covered in a bunch of human dust. But that's a nice friggin' coffee table. I have nowhere to use it because I can't pull it up to the couch here, then you can't walk in. And I need somebody who's good at organizing things and decorating to come over and be like, okay, I got an idea for this room, let's do this. And then implement. Like the other idea I had was putting the TV back where it was, putting it either up against that wall or up against this wall again, moving the couch to the opposing wall, putting the chair in the corner to the opposing wall. Like before, I had it where this TV was over here and this couch was against the wall and that chair was in the corner and that table was sitting between the couch and the chair, and the coffee table was non-existent. We had another coffee table here that had inserts. That's when the ex lived here. And it worked. Mind you, we also had a love seat here, but it was only a 2-cushion love seat. And it was further back. And that's when I had my corner desk over here. Or over here. And it was pretty sweet. That's another option. Put the couch up against this wall or up against that wall and the TV up against the opposing wall. And then I could just, I could leave this like this, because then it can just walk in and you don't have to like walk through this little narrow gap here between the Bowflex and the couch and then come over here and walk between this little narrow gap between the chair to get over here. You can just come over and sit down and watch some television. And if you got to take a piss, you get up and just walk around the corner and rock a squirt. Or vice versa if it's over here. Because before the problem was the glare off the glass would hit the TV and you couldn't see anything. Mind you, the glare off of that would hurt the TV. So it'd probably be best to move the TV over to this corner. Yeah. That'd probably be the better idea. I don't know. I was thinking about moving these paintings. If I put the couch over here, put the paintings on the wall back here, and then just leaving this wall bare for now. I don't know. Something I got to think about. But that could work better. And then I could just clean up this carpet and rearrange it and set it up and good to go. Problem is this video is going up Saturday, so hopefully there'll be enough comments and people can actually give me some suggestions. Maybe I'll do it on Sunday. Maybe Saturday I'll just, oh hey. I come up and I grab on here and the cat's like right there. Hey, buddy. But maybe people can give me suggestions and I'll probably implement Sunday. And Saturday I'll just use it for cleaning up and getting some shite out of the house. Oh man, I'm trying to get some cold air in here because this room is Boilermaker right now. Friggin' super hot in here. But anyway, people, on that note, I'm going to shut her down. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, click that like button. Any questions, comments, concerns, down below they go. And until next time, keep on vlogging.